judge warns Trump admin likely broke the law. A federal judge in Washington, D.C., has temporarily blocked a Trump administration policy requiring members of Congress to give 7 days' notice before visiting immigration detention facilities, ruling that the measure likely violates federal law. U.S. District Judge Gia M. Cobb issued a temporary restraining order blocking the policy, finding it likely violates an appropriations restriction and the Administrative Procedure Act. The order covers 13 House Democrats led by Representative Joe Neguse in Neguse versus ICE, challenging a DHS memo reinstating the 7-day notice rule. Plaintiffs have shown a strong likelihood of success on their claims that a recent version of the notice requirement is also contrary to Section 527 and thus violates the APA, the order reads. Section 527 of the Further Consolidated Appropriations Act prohibits DHS from using appropriated funds to prevent members of Congress from entering immigration detention facilities to conduct oversight. In June 2025, Immigration and Customs Enforcement adopted a 7-day notice requirement for congressional visits. Cobb ruled that the policy likely exceeded DHS's authority and stayed its enforcement. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem recently issued a new memorandum reinstating the rule, asserting it would be implemented and enforced exclusively with money appropriated by the 2025 Reconciliation Bill, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which does not contain Section 527. Cobb rejected the administration's argument that it could rely on a different funding source, writing that funds used to develop and enforce the policy are properly considered funds used to prevent entry as contemplated by Section 527. The court also cited language in the memo directing officials to ensure appropriate funding for the promulgation of this policy, suggesting future steps would still implicate restricted funds. The temporary restraining order preserves the status quo, while the court considers a request to stay the January 8 policy under federal law.